Well, an important milestone here at the Roundhouse, the first run of a train with power going to it on the Turntable Bridge and into the Roundhouse. We're kind of skipping ahead. We haven't shown any of that construction, and I'll come back to that. It's just fun that yesterday, for the first time, I was able to actually run a train through here under its own power onto the Turntable Bridge and into the Roundhouse. And so we haven't shown this yet, but like I say, we're skipping ahead. We'll come back to this. This is the subfloor in the Roundhouse itself, 3/4 inch plywood. And the rails get spiked onto that plywood, and then the actual cement floor builds up on top of that. These are the 4 stalls for the Roundhouse. Of course, there's the distance between the turntable and the Roundhouse itself that's going to be spiked down onto ties, as you can see. And then the locomotives park here in the Roundhouse, which right now is nothing but the floor for the Roundhouse. But oh my gosh, this is looking so cool, and I'm so excited. Now, another thing that we've been working on is some system for locking the Turntable Bridge in place while the trains are moving. It lines up neatly with the tracks, but it does have the ability to sort of wander. So I designed this locking system, and this is what I originally came up with. And yeah, it works. I think this would be great. My issue with it is I don't care for the look. Our friend Steve said that he thinks it looks like Lionel track. So anyway, I'm trying to come up with a different locking system that looks better than this and works just as well. In the meantime, I figured I might as well go ahead and spike down the tracks that go from the turntable out to the Roundhouse and even inside the Roundhouse. So first thing is wire the tracks, put the drop feeds from the rails down through the benchwork and over to where the control panel is going to be. Which gives me something of a rat's nest over here where I'm going to locate the control panel. So that's another thing on the to-do list is figure out a wiring harness here to tie all this up in a logical way and build the control panel. But now that all the wires are over there, I thought, just temporarily I can twist wires together and that will feed power to the bridge and to the stalls in the Roundhouse, and that means I can run a train back and forth, and that would just be fun. So basically everything is working. There's a lot of things temped together like the wires and the locking mechanism, but I put power to it and holy cow, I'm running trains. Now in the final version here, the power going to the bridge will be running through an automatic reversing circuit. Power to the Roundhouse stalls will be permanent from the bus, and we'll just change back and forth with the DCC as does the rest of the railroad, which is how it's working right now with the wires just twisted together. The only difference being I'm also running power to the bridge the same way rather than running that through the reversing mechanism. So if I were to try turning a train around on the bridge, I'd have to reverse the polarity of the bridge or the whole thing's going to short out. That will all be handled by an automatic circuit in the final version. Anyway, just something fun for Tuesday. I thought I would share with you the first running of the locomotive here in the Roundhouse. If you're new to the channel and you're not a subscriber, or if you've been watching the channel for a while and you still haven't subscribed, Shame on you. It's so easy to subscribe, doesn't cost anything, and it doesn't cause physical pain. Simply click on the upcoming blue button. Zoink! Right there, the blue button. Well, we're not sure how you found this video on the internet. We sure hope you didn't find it boring, and Karen and I will see you here on Sunday. We'll see you. Bye-bye.